um, and I'm like, I want to share. So I was just going to go to another platform and, and I said, you know what? My YouTubers, my viewers on YouTube are going to want to see this. So I was sharing with you yesterday, um, the little bit, we did the review here on the YouTube channel called Home Spot, where they create all things with natural and recycled materials, just like what we're doing, but just the way they present it and just the little projects, they just show little projects. It's just the most, seriously, most inspirational to me. It's a very inspirational because they're not reinventing the wheel, but they're saying, hey, the wheel is here, check this out. So anyway, with that said, look, I have my Christmas sweater on. I got this at a thrift shop across the street this summer for $2. It's a Talbots, Talbots. It's a high end, and it's very warm. It's 100% wool. This is so lovely. It's so comfortable. Anyway, with that, if you are new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. You are going to love this video. So let me show you a couple of things I've been working on. So yesterday we started the chakra crochet, and we'll continue that today. I really was hoping to get up to, Walmart is the only store around here for me to get some yarn. So they're a little bit farther up, so I didn't get over there today. It's like 4 degrees, feels like -10. It's very cold out. I have fed the outdoor birds 2 times already, and because it is so cold, they're not even leaving the bird feeder in the ground where the seeds are. They're staying right there, and they didn't even so I'm not kidding you, the chickadees came right over to me. They came to me, like this far away from me this morning. This is how cold the birds are outside. So my little birds are enjoying a little bit of daylight sun. It's really important for the finches and the birds to get vitamin D. So they're kind of like right in front of me over here, on another part of the house with the heater, the efficiency heater just set to kind of be making sure they are warm and not getting a huge draft. And I know when they're cold because they'll go into the corner. So anyway, so with that, good morning, and wait till you see what I have to show you. So I'm so excited about that. I'm not even done. I couldn't even get done designing it. Look, this is, so you're going to ask, well, what is it? So I'm going to tell you first. It's like this. This is a piece of wood art that I made a long time ago. And I'm going to add to that. So you can put that around near your little garden, your little flower pots. This is to go into a little flower pot for your plant to climb on. But check this out. Can you get hang on, I am going to get one of my plants. Hold on. This is my little pansy plant. I hope it survives the winter. This plant, so what I'm focusing on are little things kind of I want for flower pot plant decor. But if you can just check that out for a minute, it's really rustic. Now I did try the jute twine, and like I thought, I had guessed, This would be too thick for a little mini trellis or ladder like that. So you put it in your plant, okay, like this maybe, to hold. This one I'm keeping so I can put this in here to hold it up. Is seriously not that, isn't that cute? And it's holding up. Now the only difference, the only thing I would do differently is here at the bottom. I would have about, I would say about 2 to 3 inches here with no little rungs, without the rungs. And the reason is you want to be able to put it, because when I'm keeping this one, but when I put it in here, I've only got about that much to put into the dirt. So look, before I do anything else, I'm also adding, hang on, this is my ergonomical chair my son got me, and I need to sit in it right. The reason is, if you don't, you're sitting on the edge of it or something, you can put your back out. Vermont. Hi, how are you? Where are you guys from? Let me know where you're from. I'd love to know. But it's freezing up here. Yeah, it's super cold. And the other thing is, I've been working on a chime, so I want to share something with you in a few minutes. Okay. So with this, I'm going to put this, so this one, this teeny tiny little, this is artificial floral, but imagine how cute this is, also with like dried flowers. But this has a wired part to it. So this doesn't. There's no wire part to this little artificial flower. So I was able to just kind of wrap it right on there. I'm sorry about my hair. Seriously, I can't tell you what it's going to look like. It should look the same every single day. I am so sorry. It doesn't. It does whatever it does. Some days it curls up. It's naturally a wavy and kind of little curls. But I do brush it straight down with like coconut oil, and then I put and I need the coconut oil in it because it's very coarse. So the coconut oil, just so you know, coconut oil will hydrate, and it's a natural, beautiful way to kind of just let your hair, if you have thick hair or a lot of it, yeah, coconut oil. So anyway, it's really not an advertisement because I'm not looking very lovely, you know what I mean? So hi, official Dory, how are you? Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I hope I'm inspiring you. And I like to bring you along with me. It means nothing to me unless I can share, okay? So I've got everything out here. I have to tell you, this is such a venture for me now. Look, I've got this stick in front of me. You see it? It's quite long. And I've got this basket of, you see? And I have all my tools. So I have a bin of tools because and little clippers like this. So if you want to get into kind of like doing these, and this is called, by the way, that YouTube station that I'm just wild about called Home Spot. They call this, they're calling it a couple different things. They say fallen sticks art, you know, or branch art. So anything, you know, that has fallen. I didn't even get to my fabric art today yet. We're going to get there. So branches like that. Yeah. Look, I mean, is this, okay, so let me tell you, let's put the camera down for a minute because I want to show you what I want to show you the vibe. Look, I seriously can't get enough of this. I found, this is like, I totally found a new passion. Okay, so this little artificial baby breath, this is artificial baby breath, but I feel like I want to put this down down. Well, hello, Omi and Mashuki. You want to say hi to the birds, guys? Let's flip it. Hi. They're singing to they're way over there, but they're within view. Can you see the cage? Now you see how I folded up I do. I put 3 or 4 blankets on them uh, at night. They have to be very, very warm and secure. So that I just folded it up there just to keep from draft and everything. That's fine. And but yeah, they hear me talking and they're just kind of chirping along. So there they are. And so let me see who's there. Sam, I'm trying to see. Sampa, Walder. Yeah, I need glass. I do. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to get glasses because I could read this before. Now I can see official. Oh, I can see Kathleen Melanie from Las Vegas. Oh, how is it out there? I would love to go. You know, I'm not making this up either. On Macari for my mandala crocheted blankets, every sale that sold was from California. I'm just telling you, they know art when they see it. Those were my customers for my mandala crocheted blankets. So it's okay out there. So I mean, this is like, so a couple things with this. I want to put it halfway down. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you, thank you. Look. Okay, now I want to show you something. So you put it halfway down. And I have this. I have cardboard I'm putting on the table. And I have my coffee right next to it. Wait till you see. Okay, I'm just going to show you this. I am so beside myself with this project, I can't even explain it. Now, I could have, and since I'm getting some experience with the aesthetics and designing this and making this and building this, there's a couple things I can do. I can put a piece of little dab of glue on the back, which I'm going to, and then tie some, I kind of want to tie a little white on there. I want to see what that looks like. I could tie it with, glue it and tie with the lacy crochet thread. Or and you know the other thing, I just need to get more wool. I could splay wool on here. I could splay wool. In other words, for those of you not familiar with splay, it means take a web of wool and needle felt it right on around this ladder. It would bring a totally different vibe going. But I think what I'm going to do is put this down, and I'm just going to, now fabric glue will work fine for this project. Oh, I didn't cover that up. Let me just put a little dab of the glue. So see, I can't lift it yet. We'll just leave it like that. And so that glue, or this glue, look, this is really good glue. Okay, Eileen's Fabric Fusion. If you haven't gotten it and you're a textile artist, you want to get this. I probably should have done that, but it's fine. So what I'm going to do is just to kind of add, just change the vibe. Ooh, you know what I could do? Look, you see these? I had cut these off of a wired ribbon. So these are wired. Look, I'm going to take a little piece. You got to do this, guys. If you love, like you're trying to do something different, try this with the sticks and glue. I can't even. This would be lovely. I really do believe so. Here, let me put the camera down so you can see. Now this is trial and error, mind you, okay? So that kind of flipped over on its side a little. I kind of have it manipulating it back in the back with some glue. That it is, I'm going to be honest, it's a little tricky, but what I would have done at the beginning is just tie it right in with the, ooh, wants to go in the back. But I'm saying no, go in the front. I do want this in the front. Okay. Oh my God, can you see? It does, yes, it needs to be manipulated. It does. But the vibe, oh, I'm adding the blue. I can't even stand this right now. Look, guys, I mean, come on now. Now, I'm not even done here. I want to wrap this. I want to make sure. Okay, good. The thing with the wired ribbon, you just want to make sure none of those little pieces. The wire, in the wired ribbon, the wire is so thin. It's not really going to pose like a hazard. However, because it's even thinner than the floral wire like this. It's way thinner than this, okay? Look at this. Can you see, can you get the vibe? The rustic, kind of vintage, country, just, this is my first take on this. So I will tell you, the second one, these will be spread out a little more, maybe 1, 2, 3 rungs instead of a bunch. And then at the bottom, I'm going to leave about 2-3 inch space so these can, and what I might even do, look, I have the, I want to show you my tool. Hang on. Where's my tools? Oh. Where did I put those? Oh, here they are. These are my tools. Look, I want to show you something. My son, God love his soul, he, my whole family is like artists, so he knows how to appease an artist. No, it's not that bad. This, look though, he bought this teeny tiny little saw for me so I can do like these, because so this is my first kind of take on the ladder and really focusing heavily on creating with like branch art. It is. However, I was doing things like making little accessories to my little mice and needle felted creatures like long ago. And so he bought me this little saw for little pieces of wood. Okay, this is perfect because you can use this at your kitchen table. You can just saw away, and because a piece like this, let me show you. So I didn't do it with this ladder, but I would like to. There's a couple things you can do. You can strip whatever piece of wood that you have, strip it of the bark. Now I have these tools were my mom's, part of her, this one I believe was mine from long ago. And so, so it was in all of her tools for sculpting clay. She was a sculptress and a painter, and she was an eclectic artist also. So her sculptures, I'll have to show you. I have shown them on here, but I'll have to show you again. They're very heavy and extremely creative, beyond belief. So look, you take this, strip it of the bark with whatever knife you have, and then use a mini saw, a little craft saw. And these do not cost that much, and they're very lightweight, but you can work right at your table with those. Now, let me just say something else. Let me just, and then have something like this. This, look, I got this for 25 cents at the thrift shop. Have something like this. Because when you strip the bark, you're going to want to clean it, okay? It's very therapeutic, by the way. Incredibly so. So, with this is what I wanted to get on here and share with you today. This is one thing I wanted to share is the little, and I'm just going to show you again. Put it in your little flower pot, and it helps, it's like helps hold up. And yeah, it's going in the dirt. Perfect. See it? Is that just adorable? And it's helping my plant now. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to hold up my plant, but that's how I started thinking of these because, but then I'm thinking I would love to add to my repertoire, whatever you call it. Is it repertoire? Portfolio of art, of creativity. Items like this that you can use in your little garden, your in-house garden, your little flower pots, your outdoor garden. This can go outdoors. The string, the wood, the artificial little flowers, they can get wet when it rains. It's fine. They're going to be fine. If you don't want to put the artificial flowers, put some real dried flowers, or you know what I mean? I'm hoping my pansy plant will make it through the winter. So yeah, like I said, it's 4 degrees up here. Now, the next thing too I want to make is for the flower pots. This is cold to the touch. And I don't like that. This is in the house. It shouldn't be cold. It is not cold in here at all. I'm going to tell you right now. It's drafty. So I have the little, like, you know, efficiency heater set in certain draft areas, but that's it. And so I'm very pleased that we continue to have heat. I don't know what I'm laughing for. This sounds ridiculous, but it's not really. So, okay, so this, and let me show you the other. So we're gonna make some beautiful little flower pot cozies also, along with, and yes, we'll continue our meditation projects with the crocheting the chakra mandala. But right now in this video, let me show you something. So I've had this piece of wood for quite some time, and it's a very artistic. If you look at it from this side, you can almost see an eye. If I whittle this, I'll have a beak, and I'm thinking of doing that. And then at the same time using it for, let me show you what I made last night. I was kind of updating. I was so excited over this project that I was updating my family, my son, and I said to him, after 2 hours of trying to put one little hole in the shell, I'm like, maybe I'll just look for the rest of the shells and see if there's a hole in one already. But anyway, so check this out for a minute. I want to share something with you. So again, it's not just Home Spot. There's some other, if you look at these other videos out there, no, they're not necessarily creating something new. And my inspiration for this is I'm gonna flip the camera and show you, and so I don't have to get up. And I apologize right now for the coats you're going to see behind the chime that is set up on the bird hook, but it's set there because it's in front of the window, and that's kind of where the air comes in. When it comes in heavy, the chime may go phew. So anyway, here we go. It's inside the house. Oh yeah, you cannot see it. Hang on. I do have to get up. So I'm gonna get up. Hang on. And we're going to take a walk. We'll say hi, Umi and Mashuki. Hi, guys. Hi, how are you today? Hi, Mashuki. Mashuki. Yeah. Okay. So this is the chime. Now look down here. My son gifted me with that. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, it is. Very calming. But it got me thinking that why not make some chimes that are earth friendly? And okay, so guess what? Shells, like the shell here. These shells, you have a couple of shells. This one I had this one already had a hole in it. So really wasn't joking about that, but you know, when they're swinging and they're all going in. But I want to show you something. Look, I have so okay, when I think of earth-friendly chime or mobile, I am also thinking of recycled. So check this out. Let me just put this down for a minute. Stay with me. Wait till you see what I want to show you. Oh, this is kind of heavy. I can't really lift it. I can't lift it because it's a tin. I'll just get some pieces out because I want to show you. It's a tin of this, of rocks that I had from my home that I had to give up a number of years ago. I had the house for 20 years. So, but no, let me just show you this. This is what I want to show you. Look. So if you take pieces like this is a piece, and I hate to say this, but this is what it is. It's a piece of a dish of a tea, like of a coffee saucer that it was my grandmother's from many years ago, like super long, and it fell and broke somehow. But look, it has like a little design in it. So you know where I'm going with this. You can take something like this. I don't know with the twine. I'd like to think we could use different, but you can take this and you use this piece of wood. I'll hold this up for you in a minute. And you're just simply tying these. Now you probably want to put either notches in the wood so your little chimes stay where they are. But look how I just added one thing. But look how cute that is already. Okay, and then this one, so if you add this, okay, it's not necessarily making noise, but I could add more, and then it would make some type of melody of sorts. Now, the other thing that would create sound, the seashells, I'm going to tell you how I put the hole in the seashell too in a minute. The seashells and these, look, this is thrift shop. You see how big that bead is? It's glass. That can be added to this also. Look how pretty that is just held up against that. You could even take, add decor to your shell and glue that to the shell even, and just, adding decor. And look at this one. Is that gorgeous? I mean, this would go with the theme just lovely. So these are just some of the ideas that I got and I'm working on, and I'd just like to share with you today, and just bringing you along with me. So I found out A it seems, oh, and you can also just use pieces of metal like that and add to, like, whatever they are, just pieces of something that was going to be thrown out. Look, even pieces of jewelry, seriously, this was a, I mean, look at this. This was a barrette. So you're like, well, why don't you just make it a barrette? But look, this can, look how adorable. Just hold it up to the aesthetics of what you've got. It's lovely. And it's got metal, so they're gonna make some chiming sound. So anyway, that's kind of how I'm going with these. So I want to, this piece of wood, like I said, I'm going to probably whittle this so that I get more of a definitive face, because that's kind of what I'm seeing on that side, and here kind of like a little wing. So you can play around with these. Nature creates the most beautiful, look, like this one. Oh, which I had one here. I want to show you. Look at this. You see that branch? That's very natural. Just a natural curve and wave. I mean, that's gorgeous. So you could take part of that. The other thing is, if you're worried about preservation of the wood, there are what you call, I don't want to, it's how there's a fabric adhesive where there's something that you can coat florals with and wood. Okay? I don't think it's the fabric adhesive. I had it, so I'll find it again because I will start using it myself. Anyway, so these are just a couple of ideas. And, okay, so the shell. You see the hole there? So this particular shell had the beginnings of a hole. And I was able to take my scissors, as they're doing all over YouTube. They're taking the scissors and they're telling you to do this. So hang on. They're telling you, I can't even explain to you how thick a shell is. I never knew. Seriously, I never even thought of it really. They're telling you to take a little spot, like on the shell, and to just start doing this. And they're telling you to be patient. Be patient. It won't take long. This will make a hole. I'm laughing because I did that for 2 hours last night. And it does. But this one I was able, yes, to get through this pretty quickly because it was already the beginnings of a hole. And I was able to just kind of, shape it with the scissors, yes. But a piece like this, so they say, because I looked up thinking, can I make a hole in the shell with a pin or something like that? And they're like, yes, you can do that. You can do it with scissors, and as you can. A drill bit will break the shell. Apparently, it could. So, hi there. Hi, baby. Hi. How are you today? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm happy to be here, to be honest. I'm so happy to be here. And, but if you are thinking of making a mobile and with your shells and broken glass, I love the broken glass. Totally love the broken glass idea. And that's my idea. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But I had that idea for my broken glass. I'm thinking buttons. But if you do it, buttons I think is kind of tacky. But if you do it in a way, let's say, like just adding one large button. I don't think a string of buttons is like that cute. I don't in this particular aesthetic. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do with the shells. The the scissors idea that they're using on YouTube, um, it's working somehow for them. Maybe their scissors are sharper than my scissors because these didn't do it. And then I used the larger scissors and they didn't. So after 2 hours, I was like telling my family, I'm like, I'm just gonna look for shells with holes. Like this one had. But this is the thing. Seriously, I am going to try a drill, a teeny tiny drill. But I think what I was thinking before I do that, if I sand the top of the shell here, like sand through some of the layers, I don't know if that's going to work, but I'd like to try to sand through some of the layers and find some thinner shells also. And then try the YouTube idea of taking a pair of scissors and just kind of using the tip of the scissors to do that. That might work because the shells have layers. It's actually such an amazing creation of God. I do believe God. I can't think that this was spontaneous. I mean, just look how gorgeous that is. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway, I just love nature. So that's what I'm thinking. And I'll come back and let you know if that worked or that didn't work. And there is one other idea. This is just creativity in the works. So let me just show you something. You just get this. I mean, this would be kind of limited, but this is what I'm thinking. You take something like this. It's an earring. I don't know if this is like a real opal or not. I don't know. You gotta be, when you get junk jewelry, sometimes you do get things that are real. And because, like, we're not experts, you may not realize it. Like, I don't know if that is or not. But this is what I was thinking. So you take something like the earring, take the shell, clip it. I'm saying clip it. What I really mean is glue it. Like with the cement glue, just glue it. Put a string through the earring or a piece of jewelry. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. And then hang it up. Like, you don't have to make a hole because you did, and you dressed up your beautiful shell at the same time. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I mean, I would like to be able to manipulate if I want. Look at these shells. These are all thrift shop shells. Check these out. So I think that's a super idea. Look at this shell. Look at the texture to that. Can you see it? It's just incredibly gorgeous. So you could do the same thing with the earring idea. Clip it. Look how beautiful that is. That's creativity at work, people. I can't put a hole through the shell, so I'm going to attach something to it. The other thing I was thinking is wire. I know you've seen these. You know how they have the crystal pendants and they just have wire like around it holding the pendant, and then so let's just experiment for a moment. I love that. Okay, I gotta get more junk jewelry. I'm just saying. So this wire is not that really pretty to me. But let's just try it. I have another idea. No, that's not going to work. I mean, yes, it could work. Hang on a second. Let's forget this wire for a minute, and let's use the scrap ribboned wire. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. If you put a dab of glue, no, I'm just saying, look, I didn't even put the glue. What I'm trying to say is you use the wire now as a as your base to whatever you're going to do. You're going to use twine, put it, of course we should have put it underneath and then tied that like that so we have something to hang it. But with a dab of especially this glue, where is it? This glue, especially this glue, Eileen's Fabric Fusion. This would hold that totally fine on the mobile. And you still see the shell. I mean, that's gorgeous. Anyway, it's gorgeous. But you know what? I do come back to this. I come back to, I don't know if I'm using this earring. It's so adorable. I come back to the earring. So this is what I would do. This is what I would do. I'm taking a piece of twine. I make this one a little longer. I'm gonna just put that in my earring for a minute like this. I'm gonna wrap that. I'm thinking I want to wrap this around my earring. Just a couple of wraps, tie a knot. And you can use dabs of glue to hold these things in place. Absolutely, you have to. But essentially, I just want to see if that would work. Hang on. Oh, God, that's adorable. I can't even stand it. Oops, sorry, Pansy. That's my poor Pansy plant. It's a good thing the ladder is in there. Trellis is holding it up. The mini trellis. Mini garden trellis, that's what that is. We're calling it branch art, but that's, and you probably want to tab on the knot. Now I'm just doing this. I'm probably going to do this again. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. You want to turn. Look at this. Let's see. There it goes. The wind's blowing. Look. Look at the shell. Do we need to make a hole in it? No. In my opinion, adorn it and just do that and let it be free of, oh, look, it has, look at the, oh my God. You will not believe what I just found on this shell. Do you see this? Hang on. Hang on a second. The only way you're going to really see this right now. You're not going to believe it. Look. Do you know what this is? This is a hole. Look. And this is a hole. Those are like two eyes. Do you see them? So the little like crab or whatever it was living in this shell, was it looking out of these two little holes like the little eyes? The wonders of nature. There's the holes right there. You see them? Oh my God. Oh, get out. The skeleton of the, oh my God, must be in there? No. Oh. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot. Look at that. Do you see? Anyway, I never would have seen those if I wasn't looking. Like I saw it in the camera. Okay, that's amazing. Seriously. Oh, let's see how far it goes. Hang on a second. Whoops. I get that later. Okay, now look. I have short pins here. Do I have the short ones? No, I don't. But anyway, these are the pins. Like that goes in pretty far. You see? That's where the, let me get a color you can see. That goes in pretty far. So this, yeah, this was a snail, right? Oh my God, this is, I can't even, I love nature. I just love it. Okay. All right, guys, so that's what I wanted to share with you today, my beautiful YouTubers, my talented, beautiful artisans. So hopefully this gives you a couple of ideas. I'm going to tell you this is a make and sell. It is. This, I just took this out of the plant. This is a make and sell. This is adorable. This is a make and sell. So I'm going to make more of these, and I'm going to not maybe put so many of the, look at this though, it's just adorable. God, I love that. Anyway, I have an idea better on how to tie and tie and wrap my lacy crochet thread. That's what I would use. The twine, this is thick. If you're making a mini, something mini, it's almost too thick. So it's good for this though. So I'm going to add to the mobile and different little things, and just kind of focusing on mini gardens, flower pot decor. I'm really focusing on spring, and it really hoping, since it's like -10 out there. That's poor little birds. You want to see the birds outside? So let me show you the birds outside. I'm going to put that down. And I have my little window decorated. So let's see if you can see them. You see them? There's a lot of activity. And look towards the ground, and you'll see a lot of activity. The birds are just flying around constantly. It's so cold. I fed them a couple of times already, and I may have to. I actually was not going to go anywhere at all because of the severe cold. And when I saw birds fly right to me, less than an arm's length away from me, knowing I was bringing out food, I was moved seriously by God. I'm just telling you right now, I had to go get them more food and make sure they are well fed today. So these are our beautiful, humble blessings, that they are just the most innocent of innocent. You know what I'm saying? These are, to me, are inspiration, to help each other, be kind to each other, share the love. Anyway, with that, I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful day. I thank you for being with me, and I hope that you're inspired by these beautiful little branch arts that call them branch art, I guess. This is a chime or a mobile. This is my little mouse. I need to get more wool. Okay. And this is our tiny little lattice to put in our little flower pot lattice. So anyway, practice. Um, don't get discouraged if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it. This is a humble rendition of really what I want, but it's adorable and I'm happy with it. So, but think of the jewelry too. Look, I mean, look, little barrettes that are broken could be the rings. I could go on and on. We'll be back. I'm going to come back with some more ideas because they're just going through my head now. So I got to go through the drawer, my little bins and little drawers of knickknacks that I have. Thank you. You know what I'm saying. And come back here and show you. So in the meantime, yeah, go through your stuff. Get out your old jewelry pieces. Get as creative as you want. These don't have to be done in a traditional manner. Do them the way you want. And we'll be back, and I'll see you in a bit. Love and light.